Et nous allons rester toujours avec, bien sûr, cette intelligence artificielle dont on parle depuis toujours et surtout depuis le début de cette première édition du CTO Forum, avec le prochain intervenant qui est Karim DJERBOA. Karim DJERBOA est spécialiste Innovation Data-Gouvernance. Il devait être avec nous à Alger, malheureusement, pour des impératifs professionnels et des déplacements et un agenda très chargé. Il a tenu quand même à nous faire cette vidéo. Je vous en prie, Karim DJERBOA.
Assalamu alaikum. يسعدني أن أشارككم هذه المناسبة الطيبة. وددت أن أكون حاضرا بينكم لكن أولويات العمل حالت بدون ذلك. موضوع مداخلتي عن ربما ما يمكن أن نسميه موضوع الساعة طيبة، الذكاء الاصطناعي. مداخلتي بعنوان AI or failure. The impending necessity for business to adopt AI, fact or fiction. وستكون مداخلتي باللغتين العربية والإنجليزية. 20 دقيقة لن توفي حق هذا الموضوع كما تعلمون، لكنني سأحاول أن أرسم لكم لوحة عن ما يحدث اليوم في عالم الذكاء الاصطناعي، وبالأخص ماذا يقال عنه، ما هي الصعوبات أو المعوقات بالنسبة للشركات التي تحاول أن تشتغل أو توظف الذكاء الاصطناعي لصالحها. So, what is artificial intelligence? If I was to define it, it is a field of computer sciences or engineering which work on creating programs and what we call today machine learning in order to do human-like tasks. Maybe a lot of people don't know, but the concept of artificial intelligence is not a new concept. In fact, the first theoretical and mathematical models were developed in the 30s and then a little bit more in the 40s and the 50s, specifically by Alan Turing and Norbert Wiener. تعريفات عن الذكاء الاصطناعي. لكن الآن ما العلاقة بين الذكاء الاصطناعي والأعمال؟ كيف يمكننا توظيف الذكاء الاصطناعي في سبيل تغيير أو تحسين ظروف العمل والإنتاجية؟ في هذا المجال وجدت تعريفا قد يناسب ما أؤمن به، وهو تعريف لشركة ماكنزي في 2017 وسأقرأها. AI enables companies to better project and forecast demand, optimize R&D, improve sourcing, increase companies' ability to produce higher quality goods and services at lower costs, help promote offerings at the right price with the right message and to the right target customers, and allow them to provide rich, personal, and convenient user experiences. McKinsey 2017. User experiences. كل شيء موجود في هذا التعريف. هي لها علاقة بما هو الإنتاجية وتحديد التكاليف، وهناك شيء مهم كذلك وسأتكلم عنه، وهو قضية أن القضية لها علاقة مباشرة مع اليوزر اكسبيرينس. So it's customer centric. معنى هذا أن ال AI قوتها في حقيقة الأمر هو القدرة على الإنتاج الأحسن، القدرة على البحث العلمي أو البحث في الأسواق الأحسن، وكذلك الاستجابة إلى ما يطلبه الزبون. تعريفات ملفتة للنظر، فمنهم من يرى أن الذكاء الاصطناعي سيساهم إيجابيا في عديد من المجالات، وآخر يرى أنه رغم ذلك فإنه يحتمل في طياته نوع من المخاطر، خاصة إذا تمكن الذكاء الاصطناعي أن يأخذ أو يتخذ قرارات بغير تدخل المبرمج أو الإنسان، وهذا ما تكلم عنه ستيفن هوكن، وفي الحقيقة تعريفه أو نظرته للأمر مخيف للغاية. فالسؤال يبقى، هل هذا شيء وارد؟ لعلني لن أبالغ إن قلت أن الذكاء الاصطناعي أصبح حديث الصغير والكبير. فكلنا سمعنا عن تشات جي بي تي والكثير منا استعمله. تشات جي بي تي لشركة اوبن اي اي التي استقطبت عددا مهول من المستعملين في ظرف زمني قصير. شركة جاءت كمحل استثمار من شركة أخرى كبرى تعرفونها جميعا ألا وهي مايكروسوفت. الذكاء الاصطناعي موجود هنا وسيبقى معنا لمدة طويلة. السؤال هو كيف يمكن أن نستغل هذا الذكاء الاصطناعي لتحسين الوضع في الأعمال أو ربما وخاصة في مجالات أخرى كالصحة وحماية البيئة وعامة في اتخاذ القرار المناسب حتى نتمكن من الوصول إلى أهدافنا. AI today enables you through that technology and openness and all this development to truly make sense of your data. What do I mean by this? Data should be transformed into information. And that information could become wisdom. And more importantly, to enable you to create what I qualify as being a collective intelligence within your organization. So AI could enable you to go dig into data that you as a human being will have a hard time doing it because of your biology limitations. 24 hours a day at the end of the day, but also your failure in terms of memory and just calculation capacities. Those machines are quick, so they may eventually uncover things that you don't know. So it will help you as well manage huge amounts of unstructured data, including text and images. It will help you model better your business scenarios. It will help you increase your predictive power. It will, at the end of the day, enable you to have the ability to have a better insight of your business operations and, more importantly, be able to take the right decision at the right time and build upon a collective intelligence. So do we have some figures and numbers to really assess the impact of artificial intelligence on businesses? In a report that was published in June 2016, it is said that companies using AI for sales can increase their leads by more than 50%. And they can reduce their call time by 60 to 70% and have cost reductions of 40 to 60%. Mind you, this was in 2016. That means today we may have better numbers. So, just for the fun of it, I went on ChatGPT and I asked, how could AI improve business? And here's the answer. And I agree with every one of them. That's for sure. Although there are others, obviously. Number one, customer services. With a chatbot now, you could have a service 24/7, but more importantly, it can also learn some kind of, your behavior and the way you ask questions. It does answer simple requests, and I know of a certain number of development programs right now which will enable this chatbot to be extremely powerful. Sales and marketing. It can enable you to better analyze your customers, understand your business needs, understand their buying, purchasing patterns, and so forth. For the supply chain management, it can optimize your inventory, and this is a big issue in supply chain for those among you who work in this field, logistics, transportations, and it could also help you reduce cost and improve efficiency. Fraud detection. AI can today raise flags, specifically when it analyzes data to identify patterns of frauds. This is being used, and it's rather good, although you always, of course, need the intervention of the human being. Human resources, for instance, it can help you better screen your candidate, better match between your needs in the business and what you're looking for. And by the way, between quote unquote, one of the problems that we feel is becoming an issue in HR, and although it's been there for a long time, there's a difference between what you see on a resume in terms of credentials and something that is called soft skills. You may have somebody who has an amazing resume or CV, coming from maybe the best schools in the world, a good experience, but the person is unable to work as a team member, or a person doesn't have empathy, or is not resilient. So, just heads up for HR. Try to dig further, and maybe AI will enable you to detect some kind of soft skills or maybe behavior pattern, which could be much more efficient in your quest in building strong teams. Predictive maintenance. This is something that is interesting for the people who are working in the industrial field, because you'll be able to monitor your park and being able to, predict what needs to be done, and hence not only take the right decision at the right time, but better and manage your expenses and productivity. So these are some of the examples where AI can be used, and obviously it could be way wider than that. Now, let us dig further in one of the items that I like probably the most, which is the customer experience. All right, we agreed that data is important, that you need to be able to leverage it, that AI could enable you to really leverage it and make sense out of it, and probably take the right decisions, make adjustments, improve and become more efficient. But one of the items that I like the most at the end of the day in the business sphere is to ensure that your customer is satisfied. The old adage what says that the customer is king. It's a fact. If you don't have your customers, you're out of business, because other people are out there trying to get your business. So the moment they're able to take over because they are much more appreciated by your customers, you've lost the business. So let us see how is AI enabling businesses to personalize the customer experience. This is an area that should really be of interest to all businesses, to be honest with you. So there was this report on Twilio segment in March 2023, and it says that AI is enabling companies to provide personalized customer experience. And they're saying that 92% of companies, I think, that were asked to answer a specific question, are using AI-driven personalization to drive growth. This is very important information that we need to focus on, as I said. And it underscores as well that the effectiveness of leveraging real-time data to power personalization efforts is more than half, 60% roughly, of business leaders surveyed. And they're saying that this is an effective way to acquire new customers. And it says as well that personalized experience will result in 56% of consumers becoming repeat buyers. And this is what you're looking for. And it has increased recently because AI is being adopted more and more. However, there's some challenges. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the challenges that you may be aware of. One of the things that a lot of people are questioning is, how safe is my data? You all know the different regulations that are being put in place, the RGPD, for instance, in Europe, and other ones in the US, and one that is being put in place starting August 23, if I'm not wrong, in Algeria. So people are still worrying about the safety of their personal data. It's a concern at the end of the day. So would AI and all this program ensure that our data, personal data, are safe or not? So this is one of the concerns. And when I dig further in some of the challenges that people are kind of mentioning and being worried about in terms of the usage of AI. Remember when I told you, keep in mind the name of the AI godfather, who goes by the name of Geoffrey Hinton? Well, early this month, May 2023, he announced his resignation from Google. Actually revealed that AI might soon surpass the information capacity of the human brain. This is scary, by all means. And he says that some of the risks posed by these chatbots are quite scary. And he says as well that the chatbots, for instance, have the ability to learn independently and share knowledge. This means that whenever one copy acquires new information, it is automatically disseminated to the entire group. And that would allow chatbots, AI chatbots, to have the capability to accumulate knowledge far beyond the capacity of any individual. This was reported on BBC, as you can see it. This, to me, pushes me to raise some questions. I'm not the kind of person to sound alarmist. I always try to step back and try to understand. There is no doubt that AI has a lot of benefits. There is no doubt that it could change for the best. There is no doubt as well that it could raise some concerns. Without talking about this capacity that is purely technical of the AI becoming independent and taking decisions, something that people are start talking about, and maybe it's time to have some legal frame to that. Some others are looking into the application on a daily basis. Yes, I'm afraid that some jobs will have to disappear. But in the meantime, maybe AI will help have new jobs. So there is a balance here. I think that whenever there was an advancement in technology, some jobs had to disappear. Actually, as we speak today, I am afraid that some people are preparing some specific diploma and degrees, they might not work in their field. This is because of the evolution. And this is across every single field. So yes, AI could have some danger, but it has a lot of benefits as well. And this is why I think it's important to have this kind of balanced approach to it. This is what it is, I want to say. Yes, we have to be cautious, we have to question, we have to ensure that it's not being misused, no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it's also very important to focus on the positive aspect of it. So what would be the future of AI in business? Historically, every single attempt to improve business was most probably articulated around the concept of ensuring business processes are in place, ensuring to incite or install a certain culture within the company to make sure that people understand the DNA of the organization, to improve on a daily basis if possible. It was about automation as well, outsourcing, trying to reduce costs. And all this is legitimate, of course, because this is how you operate your business. There was always one thing missing, which is the right information to take the right decision, be it in the market outside or within the organization. I think that with the AI and all the potential development in the field, there will be a shift where people will probably continue developing this greater customer-centric approach, as I said earlier. A lot of productivity and opening to creativity. Something that probably was closed because of, different policies within organizations. Understandable. I mean, in many cases, you cannot just change everything. But the world of business is moving so quickly. And you will see this kind of innovation that will be hitting your door, whether you like it or not. So you better adopt the right, I would say, attitude to be able to adapt to this new reality. And it will be all focused on efficiency. Now, for all businesses, the way forward. If you want to adopt AI in your company, and I may say that it's not even a question, you probably have to do it if you want to remain competitive. Number one, define what is it that you're looking for. You don't need a tank to go buy a croissant. You need to make sure that you define explicitly in which area you will be using AI. You need to surround yourself with experts. You want to make sure that you have the right competencies around you to be able to implement it. You need to revisit your business processes as well and be honest with a real SWOT analysis to stay classic. The other aspect, you want to make sure that the entire team with you is on board. So there is a great effort of education, buy-in. You want to make sure that everybody understands what is it that you're trying to achieve. You want to make sure that you do it step by step. Consolidate your different levels. Don't just go and do this all at once. You will try, you will probably fail, and it will help you adapt to what is best for you. You want to make sure that you have the right competencies despite the fact that you train people, because this is a new culture. And you want to make sure that you have a data-driven culture within your organization. And at last, agility is not optional. ختاما استسمحكم إن لم أتمكن من الخوض في كثير من الأمور في مجال الذكاء الاصطناعي. موفق إن شاء الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Voilà, Karim DJERBOA qui a tenu à nous faire cette vidéo et Inch'Allah l'année prochaine il sera avec nous pour la deuxième édition du CTO Forum.